All right, let's make a minion mouth. So I created a new layer. I've locked every layer that I am not currently using. You'll see I have some extras in here just because I finished my minion. But the mouth layer is selected in blue right now. It's not locked, and the toggle view is on. Here's how we make our mouth. So I have a mouth over here, and what we're going to have is about 5 pieces. It sort of depends. Every minion can be a little different. So if you want, you can create 4 teeth. You can give them one big gigantic tooth, possibly even a slightly broken tooth. So there's a lot of fun we can have, but I'll just show you what I have on my site and how I created that today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the ellipse tool. You can draw this by hand if you are good at that. So feel free. But I'm going to take Shift, I'm going to make a little perfect circle here. I'm going to use V. V is the shortcut to get to your selection tool. Move it into place. A goes to the white arrow. So I'm going to use my direct select to select this top one. So I click on it once and then I drag it down. On the website it says to use your convert anchor tool if you wish. If you want to keep the mouth like this, that's fine. But we can go underneath the pen tool to convert anchor tool. And if you click on the point over here and then drag this handle out a little more, you can see that it makes a nice pointed corner to the mouth. And now I have a nice mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and hit V to get my selection tool, move it a little more into position. And I'm going to select off of it. And go back to my pen tool up here just so I can find it easier later. I'm going to go to my paintbrush now and I'm going to select white. And I'm going to draw some little teeth in. So I'll get one, and yeah, you just see the outline color right now. Let me make that a little bit better. So we're going to kind of straighten it out there, connect it together, piece them together. And I could be zoomed in a little more for this too. That may help you. And I can give them as many teeth as I wish. And a little trick is if you make the last one a little more triangular, it kind of looks like it's hidden. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click, hold Shift, and select all of these teeth kind of carefully so I don't get the mouth part too. I actually did that pretty well that first time around. Switch to a fill of white. I'm going to take the stroke color off or leave it on. It's kind of up to you. And then I can play around with straightening these teeth out just a little because you can see some of the lines are a bit wonky. So if I go to A and select my points, I can smooth out the lines and line them up a little bit better where they kind of blend in some more. You can add more points in there too, so I'm not going to take too much time to change this, but that's something you can do. Another option for teeth is to use some ellipse shapes. So let me move this over, and all the other ones are locked, so I can just get rid of all of his teeth real quick. Take an ellipse shape with a fill of white. I can turn the stroke color off to none, and I'll zoom in a bit to his mouth here, and we will make some little teeth. So here's another trick is to make one tooth and maybe select some of these points. If I hit P for pen tool, I can add another little point in there. A to go back to my direct selection and make it not look like such the perfect round tooth. In fact, I can go to V for selection and I can rotate this because I ended up making a pretty nice upside down tooth. And I can click that in. If I hold Control C and then Control V, I have another one. So we have some pretty uniform looking teeth here. And I can rotate them too so that they kind of fit more the curve of the mouth of my minion. And position them a little more carefully. And I can manipulate these points too if I want some of the teeth to look a little bit wider or a little bit longer. If I want to give him some kind of buck teeth, I can make them a little bit longer here. Another little trick is if I make one a little more triangular. So I'm going to select this point here, and I'm going to bring some of these over a little more and bring the line in. It looks like it's hidden by his mouth, which can be kind of a fun illusion. Now to make a tongue, I could do the paintbrush again, or I can use the ellipse tool. I'm going to use the ellipse tool, choose a pink or a red. Actually, let's go to paintbrush. Again, this is kind of whatever your comfort zone is. So if you're comfortable painting, go ahead and do that. I just have a fill color right now, but it's going to switch to stroke color, and that's because Paintbrush only paints with outlines. But what I can do then is go to Direct Select, choose, and flip-flop. So give it a fill color, take that stroke color off. That's all I really need to do to the mouth. So you can have some fun and create one that is a little different than mine. But I'm going to draw a box around it. Control G will actually group this whole thing together. So now I can move it all as one piece. I can resize it if I want. So if I wanted my mouth to be a little smaller, a little bit bigger, I can go ahead and change that around. So let me go get my mouth that I had made before and place it back in there. I'll just keep this one for now. And the next video will show you how to finish up with clothes and details.